Or is Detective Superintendent Darren Filkey, Officer in Charge of Major Crime Investigation Branch. Got you all together here today to give you an update on the disappearance of Trisha Graf, at Andamooka. So at about 11 a.m. on Friday, the 12th of December last year, police were advised that Trisha Graf, 41 years old, of Andamooka, had failed to return home after a night out with friends. She was reported missing at about that time to the Roxby Downs police station by a family member. Trisha was last seen between around 1:50 a.m. and 2 a.m. on the 12th of December on Dunstan Drive at Andamooka after leaving a female friend's address in her vehicle, which was a white Ford Territory sedan registered S for Sierra 254BCX. Around midday on Friday, the 12th of December, Trisha's partner and a friend of his was out searching for Trisha, and they located her vehicle positioned on a mound or a rise near Blue Dam, about 4 kilometres to the eastern side of the Andamooka Township. Since that time, police and other resources have conducted an extensive search of the area on foot. The dam has been searched by police divers. Polair has been involved in aerial searching, and we've also utilised the capability of specialised drone equipment to assist with the search. These searches have failed to locate any remains or any trace of Trisha, and we've only recently, in the last day or two, been able to finalise the analysis of the specialised drone footage, which has still shown that we haven't been able to locate Trisha. This is highly unusual and particularly out of character for her. Police are now treating the disappearance of Trisha as suspicious, and we hold grave concerns for her welfare. Police do not believe that Trisha has merely wandered off from the location of her vehicle near Blue Dam. As a result, today, the disappearance of Trisha Graf has been declared a major crime, and investigations from now will be undertaken by major crime detectives. The terms of the declaration will also provide commitment from other areas within SAPOL to assist with the investigation, and clearly major crime are set up and experienced in terms of handling these types of investigations in the situation that we're in and the circumstances that are presented to us. To date, as part of this investigation, or part of the missing person investigation, police have spoken to a number of people both in Andamooka and in Roxby Downs who have assisted piecing together the movements of Trisha prior to her disappearance. This information to date has proved very helpful, and we'll be looking for further information in due course. Police are aware that Trisha did travel to Roxby Downs the night before, on Thursday the 11th of December, with a female friend, and they did attend at the Roxby Downs Hotel for a period of time. She was in company with other people at the Roxby Downs Hotel, and she left the hotel at around 12:20 a.m. In the early hours of the 12th of December and travelled back to Andamooka with her friend. Trish was last seen wearing black tights, a black singlet with a light coloured motif on the front, and you'll see a picture of her on the screen to my right. And she also had a pair of black thongs on, and you'll see that she has quite a large tattoo on her right upper and lower arm. Police are still seeking to speak with anyone who may have seen Trisha or seen her vehicle either at the Roxby Downs Hotel or in Andamooka. These people may have information that will assist with this investigation. I encourage anyone who has information that may assist police in the lead up to Trisha's disappearance, or anyone who knows any information post Trisha's disappearance and that might assist the investigation, to call Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000, and I remind people that they can remain anonymous. Happy to take some questions.
Why only been declared as a major crime today?
Look, we've undertaken extensive searching in and around the area of Andamooka, out at Blue Dam, in and around Roxby Downs. We've spoken to a number of people in those communities. We've been able to piece together Trisha's movements. We've only recently, as I said, analysed the data that's come back from the aerial searching, and we expected to find Trisha as a result of that. We haven't found her. It's highly unusual. It's totally out of character. It would have been premature to declare it a major crime before now, but we do believe that the circumstances surrounding her disappearance are suspicious.
What caused the delay in analysing the drone vision?
That just takes time. It's technical pieces of equipment. We have to go through it with a fine-tooth comb. It's not something that we rush in circumstance like this. So the passage of time just says that we need to be thorough in how we analyse that data before we take the investigation further.
Can you tell us a little bit about Trisha? Why is it unusual, out of character for her to disappear? Is she a mother? Is she in constant contact with her children? Does she have a job?
Yeah, sure. She is a resident at Andamooka with her partner. She has 2 young children who reside with her at Andamooka. They go to school in Andamooka. For all intents and purposes, she's a very good mother to those children. Clearly, we've looked through the house at Andamooka. The house is clean, it's in pristine condition. She's obviously a very house-proud person. So it is out of character for her not to be in contact with her children and not to be in contact with her partner. Her bank account's not having been touched. So she just doesn't disappear from Andamooka. She's lived there for some time. And the location of where her car was is also unusual. It's not an area that we know that Trisha regularly frequents. So there's a number of circumstances around that make it suspicious.
It's interesting that her thongs were found in the car. Did she have other shoes on her? And when she was last seen driving along that Dunstan Drive, was she accompanied by anyone else?
No, she left Dunstan Drive alone from her friend's place to drive back to her home address, which is less than 2 kilometres away. And the next time we find the vehicle is out near Blue Dam. And we don't know that she had any other shoes with her, but her thongs were located near the vehicle or next to the vehicle when the vehicle was found by her partner.
How can police confidently say she didn't just wander off?
Look, the terrain, the conditions, the geographical area, if she had just wandered off, we would expect that she would have had shoes on, her thongs on. We don't believe she had any other shoes with her. It's about a 4-kilometre walk back into Andamooka from where the car was located. We've searched the area thoroughly. There is a mine shaft about 1.5 kilometres from where the car is. That mine shaft has been searched. There's no trace of Trisha in that mine shaft. And we would think that if she was to walk anywhere in those conditions, she would at least have her shoes on. As you're aware, we've also searched the dam. Police divers have cleared that dam and she is not there.
I think in the initial releases that the car wouldn't start. Is that correct? And what do police make of that?
The car, not that it wouldn't start, the car was found in a position such that the wheels didn't get any traction on the mound. We might have a photograph of that coming up. So it's not that it wouldn't start. It was almost, in some ways, it was bogged, although you'll see that it wasn't. It was just in a position where it couldn't get any traction over that mound. So the accident damage that you see on the front left of the vehicle there, that was as a result of Trisha colliding with a kangaroo on her way back from Roxby Downs to Andamooka in the early hours of the morning. We're satisfied with that version of events because she had her friend with her who also corroborated that. So that's what the damage is.
How difficult is this area, being so remote, for police investigations?
Oh, it's very difficult. We've had, as you know, in recent times, outback searches are very challenging. The remoteness of it, the weather conditions, getting resources in there, it's very challenging. And any time where we have gaps in the movement of people, small townships, small communities, it's difficult. It's not easy, but that doesn't deter us. We're now looking for a mother of two young children from Andamooka. So as tough as it is and how difficult it is, we'll leave no stone unturned to find out what's happened to Trisha Graf.
So what's the plan now with the investigation? Will you be expanding that radius?
Yeah, look, we'll have to go back to Andamooka. As I said before, we're appealing for people who may have information about Trisha and her movements and the movements of her vehicle to come forward. Further searches of the Andamooka area have not been ruled out. So we'll have investigators in and around the Andamooka area in the immediate future conducting inquiries, yes.
The last time we could have seen her at that house party, what is the association with her? Those people, were they friends?
Yeah, just friends. We understand they're friends, yep.
And they're cooperating?
Yes, yep. So people that we've spoken to in Andamooka and Roxby Downs to date have been very helpful, have provided statements to police and are assisting.
How much does a case like this rock the area?
It's a small community, Andamooka, and from the detectives speaking to residents up there, they're shocked. They themselves are wondering what's happened to Trisha. She's a member of the community up there. So, but they're being very helpful. They're understanding. They're happy, clearly more than happy that police are in the area trying to get to the bottom of this. But yeah, it'll be a testing time for the Andamooka community when one of their residents goes missing, yes.
Just while we're here, has there been any updates in Major Crimes tactics with the search for Gus?
The search for Gus continues. Only last week, detectives returned to Oak Park Station and spoke with the family, who are continuing to cooperate with us. That is not a simple investigation. It's a 4-year-old boy in a remote area. We're exploring all avenues to do with locating Gus. Nothing is off the table. And again, we won't rest until we're satisfied that we've done absolutely everything we can to find him. And if we've done everything we can and we can't find him, then that sometimes is what will happen. But we are throwing everything we can at that, and we continue to do that.
Was there anything that actually sparked Major Crime to go back?
Well, we've taken statements from the family. We've had to go through those statements with the family, and that's just part of the normal investigational process that we go through. We continue to engage with them. We went through a pretty torrid Christmas, obviously, without Gus, and we check in with the family regularly.